Walk set up, trying to see if they can force Xantares out of the way. Only a couple of shots in from the Glocks in the ERP refacing to the entire T-side force, and Xantares indeed does pick up first blood, pick up Buster, and kick things off on the right foot. Cal's going to try and see if he can follow suit, challenge Yakinda, unable to get the full-on frag towards him. The headshot's missing out a little bit high on the crosshair placement. Xantares also not as 100% fantastic on a second kill, so Kicker and Flick get those two trades, 4 versus 3. VP have the bomb down. Forward face here, and the entry is in to try and get the bomb site back under CT control. Yakinda does get overwhelmed by Emor, so it's a 3 versus 3. But James pops out, finds X-Grab, challenges Emor close, and that ends up paying for it. Walks, it gets a kill back on Kicker, so it's back to the favor of the CT forces. But Emor is so low and peeking out very aggressively. Right, though, there might be a gap on that left-hand side. Apparently not, actually, that's fine. Nades back, damage should be done. Xantares gets away with the kill, and a double up against Yakinda. Flip will also drop. Triple up for Xantares. Walks, it gets an assistance kill. And James stands alone in the 1 versus 5 bomb out in the open. And yeah, this is kind of the way things kind of could have gone. You would have hoped that Yakinda and Kicker and Flit and whoever had that AK would have found some impact. Crossed to the site, but the Incendiaries will suppress the bomb plant position. Meanwhile, a backstab in from mid from Emor could allow a bit of a setup coming in. Xantares unable to deal with James, who counteracts him and gets the bomb planted.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. They had so much util to work with. Amor's got that backstab. Should be able to at least catch off one. Could even multi-frag.
Yakinda caught by those sprays. Emor does find himself 2 picks in the end. Yakinda can train him at last to a 2 versus 2. Damaged up here by that engagement. Time is starting to tick away for Eternal Fire. They have 1 kit in play. Walks got to sight those, got to stay alive. And indeed he does. And X-Cloud will get at least 1 trade back on Buster, but time is way too far ticked. He'll smoke on the bomb. He hasn't got the kit though, and he will win the fight, but he won't win the round.
Eternal Fire, stuff like that, you can't really steal, can you? Because that's just in the moment. It's the coordination, and even Wox's going to get picked down for that left-hand side. Easy kill for Yakinda.
SMG will still get away with 2 kills and even tag up the next couple of players behind him. Orp now in his sights, and Emor has recovered himself the brackets control. 4 on 3. Oh, that nade lands so much damage on James. 19 points of health now. Warp looking in, headshot seen, Flick couldn't connect it though. Now they have the info. Continuing the face, and the AWP just spots him, gets the wall bang. James completely exposed. The shot misses out from the CT Orpa, and now the rest of them close in. It's Xantares with the final pick of the round. The execution's coming in right about now, it seems. Kicker, moving nades, Orp faces, and Emor does find the trade. So there you go, that is the 4v4, and X-Cloud does win the fight in apartments.
They're doing work here, and for Eternal Fire, they can start rotating players over. They're bringing that orb back over towards that long side. And more with the 5-7's gonna get in front of the long smoke, gets 1 more kill. He is getting traded by James.
Oh, talk about smart play from VP. Eternal Fire playing just as smart in amidst the utility that they have here. James missing a shot on Calix next as X-Cloud turns that AKE to Yakinda. It's a double up, and the Orb's got to get thrown away here. James cannot allow that to fall in the hands of this.
Spam down for that first loss in the apartments. They think to themselves, right, we've got Hero Orb set up. We might as well gamble something. Let's 3 players over. James, oh, we might even lose this Orb. Yeah, after time too.
Space Soldiers, Woxic, and as many teams that he's been a part of. All right on that front. And Emor's still going to kick things off with a kill, again with the SMG, finding Flip, getting a free AK. Didn't have to take the SMG in from this round. He could have upgraded that to an M4, but opting to know that he can actually win his 15th frag and get a free AK instead. Calix will follow suit onto Yakinda, missing out, falling a bit short actually. He hit that wall and flower beds instead. Spraython Xantares gets a dink back to return. Still manages to maintain his life at the moment, and Calix, thanks to the face, gets his kill in, doubles up. James found 1 trade, but the bomb's been dropped, and it's all for James to get the ace. Flashbang in, and he's dead. To the hands of Calix again. A quadra for him this time.
Even seeing Woxer go aggressive towards the top of Banana, but with all those flashes, you can't see anything.
Oh, Emor just blind spray through the smoke again towards mid, opens up this round. Woxic ready for even more, seen the head, but Buster finally gets a trade, finally gets something back for VP.
They will put some more util down and actually rotate a 3rd player over to be, or at least thinking about it.
There's Emor with a pick back onto Kicker, so 4 versus 3, he doubles up, looking for the triple. In fact, he's not going to get it. Buster finally shuts him down, leaving Order Calix on the defensive line. They still suspect there might be some sort of playing towards the A side. They haven't seen that bomb just yet, or the majority of the T side forces, and with Flit being taken out here towards short, they still might think so, but Calix has other ideas as he gets 2 kills, and VP continue to struggle.
Looks as if they're just going to be running straight into the stack with this bracket to take.
Back 9 ahead, Calyx waiting with the AUG, and Yakinda does check it. Xcloud smokes off the Molotov. Emor held out towards short, was her jumping off. There are all sorts of blind with these flashbangs here. Xcloud knowing the Flit's somewhere in the midst of this smoke, can't quite find the flick, and Flit will get his kill in. Emor also under the wall banks, Kicker wraps over, and indeed they have made this work. This is a bit more like it, VP. 5-on-1, Woxic has got to get forced to save because there's no way he's losing this. AK Yakinda first thing to take challenge. Making a lot of footstep noises, trying to shoulder bait. Oh, what a shot! Try and get another angle, but no one's facing him here. VP happy to play the mid default.
Yeah, they've got to have a perfect flash. They can't peek into this dry, and, well, that's exactly what happens if you peek into it dry. They try and bait over, get the first player to jump over and peek into it, and it just doesn't happen.
And Emor follows suit on Yakinda as well. 5-on-3. This is falling apart for Virtus Pro once again. You mentioned they couldn't peek dry. They couldn't give these fights to the AWPs. It's exactly what they did. Flit does find one entry, but Xcloud there for a turnaround. Despite being on 15 points of health, they still can't deal with him here. He can't get the kill back towards the player. 30 seconds. Nades available. Xcloud repositioning to mini pit, and Woxic gets the kill on Buster, leaving it all to Jame. Orp up, close footsteps heard. Emor knows exactly where he is, switching out to the AK. Not like it's going to do much. 10-5 for Eternal Fire. VP Flit smoked off. Will he take forward face? Not with that flashbang keeping him and Yakinda blind. Yakinda will find the angle and find Xcloud. Needs to win against Centaurus as well, but can't quite do so. Buster in the back lines catches Centaurus next. Can't get Emor though. The trades are fantastic for Eternal Fire, keeping things at evens, but Jame again turns the advantage to VP. Bomb plant should be secured momentarily. They're trying to see if they can bait Eternal Fire in a bit deeper. No smoke to go down to the coffins plant, so Woxic got to do it completely open.
Yeah, Calyx is trying to see if he can defend his teammate. Woxic got to swing out wide on the contact. Calyx trying to do the same, see if he can isolate these jewels. Does turn into a 1v1. He's on for the 1v3.
E250 in hand, got to land a headshot against Jame. Oh, what a tap and what a round. What a clutch from Calyx when VP ready with the MAC-10. Molotov down. Jame does find the Zeus kill. Okay, that's one good frag. Emor can turn around, but Flit gets involved here with the CZ, and it doubles up as well towards Centaurus. VP, 4-on-2. Finally looking like a defensive side that could actually work out for them. Yakinda's spotted Calyx next up, forced to make his way around, and Yakinda wins that fight with a CZ. Woxic completely flash blinded Yakinda with the last few bullets of his magazine.
I'm trying to get my head around it, Jay, how we just see these rounds that look almost flawless from VP every once in a while. We've had a couple of rounds, maybe 2 or 3 over the course.
Oh, blind spray from Yakinda will make sure they deny it as well in this half. Shot straight through, Emor's head taken off, and of course to shut him down as the opening frag is a big pickup for the Virtus Pro side. Top fragger, and the Orps and the AKs continue to frag in their own right. Woxic against Xcloud in a 2v5 this time.
Yeah, just slow it down. That molly out from the pit position could force one out to the open. Kick it doing damage. He's got a teammate to peek on the contact with him. Woxic will be able to isolate one fight, so there's still some damage being done. Flit's going to swing out. No more than that's going to be found. He
With VP doing a pretty decent job at holding this position. Yet to get a kill, though. Emor could give it up, or Yakinda's in the midst of this smoke. How much is he going to find? When's he going to clear? He gets 1. He gets 2. Only 2, though. Woxic finds a quick trade.
I could just imagine Calyx and Emor thinking, why is he there? Why is he in that smoke? That just makes absolutely no sense. And that's the opportunity that just catches them off guard. They've even got Jame posted up on CT with the AWP. Oh, he's even pressing forward. The peek from Centaurus is fantastic.
He's going to get this down onto Buster. Swing out. The AK spray is not great for the CT player. Trying to see if he can block it off. Flit's going to provide support, but he lets his teammate go down. 2-on-2. They face together. Pre-fire on Xcloud does so much damage. And eventually Flit will catch his kill. Kicker will close it out.
He backs off. James still isn't over-aggressed, and it goes back towards his banana tank. They don't know about Centaurus. Oh, my Yakinda. He's able to not find anything. Bust up onto the half wall. He's seeing what's going on. Forcing those rotations back. They can come down from mid. They can actually drop this bomb if they get in there quick enough from the bottom of banana.
4-on-3, Kicker trying to get back to Woxic. He'll catch him. He won't catch the bomb carrier, though. Calyx to reface. And Centaurus and Xcloud are so low, so it's going to rest on his first contact individual here at Banana to win all the fights. He finds Kicker. Flit gives up the 1v1, but he gets the kill in regardless. And it's a total of 10 points of HP spread across these 2 players on the B site. Perfect kills in Centaurus in particular. And Doming heads in the last handful. Flitz needs to convert onto him, but it's Xcloud that gets the kill instead. All on Jame. Orp in hand. Knows where Xcloud is. Going to face towards him. Sees the flick, but Centaurus goes for the peek as well. The AK can't win the fight. And Jame turns the USP to him instead. in the last few rounds. Counter smokes for Buster's gonna burn here at first box. He has no idea. He's aggressive so far forward. Yakinda's gonna line up two. Flick gets one as well. And Yakinda still bears down upon them from the coffins. Yes, they lost Buster, but the rest of the frags pour in for Virtus Pro. A 4-on-2. 3 players setting themselves up as well. Nays to ensure no one's in that cubby corner. Kicker thinking of swinging as well. Yakinda makes his moves. X-Flow detected. They hold on. They don't get a second kill, but they started off by again taking away the top fragger of the T side.
James even going to get posted, plays to that left-hand side, and it's dry. They've got so much util that they're not even using it. They're just...
Centaurus and X-Flow will cross past the arches. AK in for Flit and Mini Pit, and Centaurus can pop his head off his shoulders. AWP, actually M4 for Buster. X-Flow finds the trade back in a 3-on-2 scenario. Kicker still sitting in a pit. I don't think he's been spotted just yet. Yakinda will try sandwiching X-Flow alongside Kicker at peak. He's exposed to one side of the site, and the bomb will make his way in towards short. Kicker can still deny his planter here. Depends on how well they do it. Molotov in. X-Flow goes down. Woxic finds the trade, and Yakinda finds the response. 14 for VP. He then moves on towards that short control, get the bomb planting. 2 kills to find. It's not impossible. In fact, it's pretty likely, and if they do so, then you can imagine that it's probably going to be a safe call. Calix gets some entry frags out towards the top mid position. Yakinda caught back out towards Banana. And now comes the T execution. X-Flow to be the man out of the apartments. Emor first man onto the site from Shaw. Centaurus to be the lurk player. Is going to try cut off rotations from Buster. Does Flick detect him? Well, Woxic doesn't. Kill found. AK ready to peek. Flick just holding back. Does catch him in the shoulder. All important frag. 20 seconds. Smokes missed. James gets Calix back. Now going to rotate in and join his teammates on the A site defensive. Emor still looks in, but Kicker finds a gap in that smoke. Doesn't see Emor. He does now. Kicker with 2. Looking for the triple. Woxic's alone. 6 seconds to plant the bomb. A 1-on-2 scenario. Kicker's just going to wrap. He'll let the plant be secured, but he'll get the round for VP and map points.
Banana, but what are they faced with? James that is still playing up from the top of Banana itself, and that means that that bomb has to go back into the A side. They don't have time to then deal with the AWP.
He's going to go for it, and it's still not successful. He lands a leg shot at least, but it's no kill to open up, and they don't know that what they've done here. Flick caught with util in his hand, the nade out. Not doing any damage to Centaurus, of course. And the AWP of James needs to land his next face. Okay, Emor does go down. It's 4-on-4.
Oh, they re-smoke Banana. Time is so low. They're going to have to push through the smoke. The time is just not there. And even Yakinda, he's expecting a rat play for Centaurus from the long angle.
He's very aware of this. It leaves Buster alone to deal with the majority of the 3 players. If Centaurus goes down early, then Yakinda can still provide support. But no, the kills pour in for him and Calix. Taking extra time to get James set back up towards CT. You can see how close Centaurus is to try to deal with him. Orp should be heard and removed. Eternal Fire will hold on to this map up. They will hold on to this overtime. 15 all. Virtus Pro just can't seem to close. I think it might have been body blocked there by the CT side. Just up on top of the flower pots, and James does not see anything at all.
Buster's going to have a difficult time playing out from Nubox, and Moore is so close quarters. Might even just be able to spam through the smoke. Buster needs at least 1. It just does not happen at all. Eternal Fire just opening up this B site. Another kill coming through from Moore. And what has happened? It just seems like he's come alive in OT.
Yeah, he's back. 23 kills at the turn of regulation, now up to 28. X-Flow will follow suit on Kicker, leave James alone in the 1 versus 5. Not like it will mean much at this stage. They probably rebuy it. But I hope they don't buy it back on Buster. The 2 crucial shots, better off with a rifle for my money. Next one, even gets a TK on the way out of it. The best. Step heard by Emor or Centaurus. No one's watching. Bracket's position. They're going to line up for Yakinda. He turns around that 1 frag. Second player's going to peek together soon. Calix will be able to overwhelm. Kicker does come up with that 1 frag. Not quite the second. Walks it with an O-scope. James with an AWP responsive. Still is sitting in Boiler. Looking for that second pick. That's exactly what he gets. Flit will follow suit. And that's a bit more like it, VP. Calix is so ready to shut them all down. Molotov's in, the try drives Centaurus away. I don't think it extends. That nade placed that a little bit too early. Will dish out some damage. Centaurus is low. He gets away with 1. Yakinda with a trade. Calix held back in a slight gap in that smoke. Keeps his head tucked away. His backup does arrive. Bomb's going to go down though. 7 seconds. Time is too far. Tick for VP, and Kicker falls with his back turned away. AWP shot. Woxic lands a collateral, and that's going to secure it. 18 to the board of Eternal Fire. Map point once again.
The aggressive duel. Flit might be the first one to fall.
Emor, and it's gonna be Flick to the adjustment of the AK. But so far, so little. It's all a ruse. There's a one lurk. Smokes back down to the cross and towards the coffins. Counter flashes in. Calyx going to be the lone player to defend. But Zentaris blind fires, sprays through. Emor catches Yakinda. Calyx does get overwhelmed. VP have a 3-on-4, but the natives are ready. The Incendiary to try and stop the bomb plant. They've got a plant down to the backside. Can they take him down? 6 seconds. James just to hold it here and set up the retake for Eternal Fire.
They're coming in quick. Moore catches the first player out from Dark. Doesn't know about Buster, who's starting to frag away. The AK only gets one, and there it is. Eternal Fire getting that retake on 19 on the board when they were up 12-5. They kind of bottled it. Eternal Fire have been absolutely fantastic with the pistol rounds over the course of this event. They proved it in the last map too. Yakinda with the early contact knows what's going on. Eternal Fire just going to explode out from Monster.
X-Flower with a kill onto Yakinda, going to continue tapping onto the player over at Toxic, spots out where Flit is, and he continues to tap on to do some damage. Not quite kills going away to CT Forces. It's 3 on the trot, 4 on the trot for Eternal Fire. Zentaris 2, Emor and X-Lab with 1 apiece. James stands alone in the 1-on-5, and Emor lets him go no further than Graffiti.
How much can this USP really get? Well, now they know that he's there, probably not much.
Sprays up, X-Flower gets the kill on Yakinda. 2-for-1 trade, of course, favouring the weapons on the Eternal Fire side. Flit caught next, Zentaris dishing out some damage. Flit goes forward to the P250, and they are dishing out some amount of hurt here. Woxic is pretty low. Gets the next kill on towards Flit. Zentaris maintains control of the next 2. Buster gets that Mat 10 back. Woxic in trouble here. He might not be so ready for this.
Buster can somehow hold on to this AK, even get another pick. That would be awesome.
That's loud. Struggles to get the headshot. Unlucky. Quick rotations all come back, but James and Co are going to be suppressed back here. Yakinda does find that first kill in at long, and James sees the shadows, does not get away with the kill. Emor trades it, Flit gets ahead of the smoke, and Yakinda knows he's pretty much safe here. Flit's on 2 points of health. A third man in the back of the site here to join the defensive. Flit goes down to the nades. 2 kills pouring in, third frag involved. Yakinda just doesn't get anything out of this, and Buster falls just as quickly. Eternal Fire are on fire.
And just the entries come through, and it looks breezy. It looks very simple. And Moore being able to catch off that Orca is an important kill. Zentaris with the spin around. Calyx too. Individually, he's been fantastic on this game.
Fnatic, Big, Gambit, Virtus Pro now. Like, you want to list off all of them? Complexity, EG, although EG probably, you know.
No, you'd still put him in the conversation at some point, right?
Well, back then, yeah, when we saw them lose to... who was it when Tarek whiffed that shot on overpass appropriately enough? I can't remember. Yakinda hold the defensive, or at least attempt to do so, but once again, X-Flower find him and James, and it just goes about as well as it has gone so far. Eternal Fire continuing to pick apart Virtus Pro. Shot in for the AWP Flit, hits Emor, doesn't hit X-Flower. That allows X-Flower to get the kill. Leg shots and all, nothing's going right for Virtus Pro. Usually you take a look at those numbers, seeing him on 4 kills and be like, he's not doing good enough, but... And again, VP is yet to get started on this map.
Jeez.
Zentaris just domes Yakinda, and Eternal Fire clearly are hungry for this victory, and they are just picking apart. VP is standard here.
And another pick from Moore out from Monster, and he's even going to go for another reface. Does get punished this time around.
It's 1 kill to respond. Is there a trade for Eternal Fire? You can imagine they probably will be able to find something to that effect. Or is there more? The tank for Virtus Pro. James with the AWP. Zentaris leaning in. James just catch that flick. All important. 3-on-3 regained. Needs backup though, because there's a player walking out towards long. He's got a player at Pizza. Flit could catch this individual off guard. Incendiary go back instead. He falls away. James gets caught looking the wrong way. X-Cloud still swings. Flit can find a responsive. Counter Molotov. Calyx is close and Kiko gets his head. Woxic on a last rotation back towards the B side. Bomb on his back, but 10 seconds remain to the clock, and you can see the CTs have already counted for this. I don't think he's going to get this down in time. I don't even think he can win the engagement. No, he's too late. Hold on to the AWP. Save it. VP will find their second. AWP of Woxic. AWP of James fires first. Doesn't even get the kill. It's Yakinda instead. And to frag into the bathroom, an all-important pick. Emor, however, outside of Monster, again finds a kill back of his own. Buster still sat here on short, finds his trade. Now got to focus entirely on Emor, and Zentaris catches him in the back as Buster's completely distracted. No idea there was more T-side players inbound, and now Flit drops in to water. Flashes go over, he should evade that. Looks for a fight to X-Cloud, win that. Not able to win the trade on Zentaris. James with the AWP peek in, and Zentaris finds him the same. A triple up for the man, showing the numbers that we expected him to do. And again, superseding Emor, who's not that far behind him. 1-on-2 for Yakinda. Smoke will clear. He sees Antares, but does not win that fight. And Eternal Fire just find themselves right back on track. Oh, James just lands on Emor, the shoulder giving up. Took a lot of damage to get that kill in and start things off. Fit to follow suit on Zantaris. Flashes to try to catch the T-side players off. Calyx known to Yakinda, and Yakinda wins that next flight. Axe Floud. Last player standing out towards long. Smokes down to the site itself, but the bomb is in CT control. It looks like VP might come away with a steal on this one. A third to their board. Still looks so scrappy, though. Still took a bit of reaction. A bit more required all in all to try to bring this half back together here. Next time still looking for exit frags. He's got 20 seconds to the board and eventually will get caught off by Buster. Why not? It's one thing they haven't done so far. Eternal Fire. VP to face, and kick up will get the kill. It will burn alive to Emor's Molotov, and he's still out of monster here with flashbangs going over. He doesn't see the player behind the smoke. Buster can find an angle to work with. He sees the head, and Buster needs support from Flip, but he gets Emor in the end. A 2-for-1 trade. X-Flow caught next. Buster makes it a double. Yakinda comes in with support, and Buster will find a triple and all. The concern was always never about whether or not they woke up, it was how soon do they do it. It's a bit sooner by comparison to Inferno. Recoveries are still in as Buster does find his next 2 kills. Flip can trade 1 back, look for a second pick and all, leaving it all to Calyx as the lone man standing. 1v4, Deagle out, turns away from Kicker with a distraction from the connector control. Hoping for first face of Calyx on Co. 2 players behind that smoke at the edge of the bathrooms. Kinder does find the kill. Okay, smoke will start to clear, but he's going to fall away.
Yeah, this is just getting ripped apart. And for me, when I look at the money state, you either go all in or you don't at all. And I think we both kind of sit in that sort of state, Jay, where, yeah, you could either upgrade a couple of P250s, you have something light, or you completely get all the Glils and AKs out.
From Eternal Fire with VP not performing on the right foot, it seems that might have been the 200 IQ play of the series. Yakinda starts things off. Centaurus picked up first.
Now, they can open up the condor when James scopes in, and
Lovely.
there it is. That's exactly the play. They can close it back up. 5v3, Yakinda out from long, even finding further impact. Woxic and X-File haven't even been able to find a trade yet.
Yeah, Woxic trying to force him out, and he's just sat behind the signpost. Bit waiting, and now James swings, lands that flick. 2 kills to his name. X-File now caught between a rock and a hard place, and I don't mean Divider. Does find the second pick on James at least. For 30 seconds, 20 seconds, I should say. Buster, he's got the next 1v1. X-File struggles to win it, and eventually does go down. So